In a world crazy about SUVs, it is always refreshing to drive a new sedan. And that's the case today, particularly good because it's the updated BMW 5 Series. Now the 5 Series is presently in BMW's portfolio one of the 8 sedans, but in my opinion, one of the best one and the better looking ones too. And now it has gotten a fresh new update. So what is this update about, and does it make the 5 Series even better or not? Let's find out. Now, as far as looks go, well, the changes to the new 5 Series aren't radical, and that's a good thing because the 5 Series is such a pretty car to look at. Despite the fact that new BMWs now are getting quirkier by the day, this one looks absolutely perfect. It's got the right sedan proportions. It's got a long hood, it sits low, it's got a sloping roofline. It's definitely an elegant car to look at. Now the changes, though minimal, make the front look sharper than earlier. You've got a new grille, and thankfully it isn't one of those for Chinese people grill which is really big. This one is got just the right proportions. The bumper is again new, it's got sharper creases, and the headlamps are new. You can see these new double L-shaped structures inside. It gives the car a menacing front. Gone are the Corona rings. Now you have this new shape and it gives the car a bit more dynamism. Of course, this is the M Sport variant, so you get the laser headlamps. If you go in for a different variant that is a lower one, you will not get these laser headlamps. Other changes include a slightly updated tail lamp, but apart from that, no major changes, and the 5 Series, like always, continues to look perfectly elegant. Now, once you're inside the cabin of the updated 5 Series, well, the changes are subtle, just like the exterior. So not a radical change, and that's perfectly fine because the 5 Series has a very nicely laid out interior. Right from the dashboard color to the material to the patterns and the fitment quality, everything inside this cabin is spot on. Of course, there are some new inclusions. So now you get adjustment for your under thigh support in the front seats. You also have a much larger 12.3-inch color touch infotainment screen, and of course you can operate this using gestures or using touch or using this rotary iDrive controller. And the interface, of course, it's BMW's iDrive, and it has gotten better over the last few years and it remains perfectly easy to use. So great on that front. Of course, it's got this digital instrument cluster. Again, like I've been saying earlier for BMWs as well, the new ones, they have a ton of information, but on the move, the readout, the design, it's a bit cluttered, it's a bit confusing, not very easy to decipher information. But apart from that, yes, again, loads of information available. And beyond that, in terms of features, well, there is a lot. You have wireless charging pads, you've got a sunroof, but not a panoramic or a dual sunroof, but a normal electrically operated sunroof. And there's also this fancy touchscreen key fob you get with this car, which we are now used to seeing on BMW. So you can view how much distance will the car cover with the remaining fuel. You can switch on the air conditioner remotely, and you can also remotely use this to move the car back and forward. It's a cool gimmick to have, but at times it can be useful as well, considering you might get stuck in a tight spot or between two cars. So yes, everything is spot on. It's just gotten a little better. Move back to the rear seat, and that again is an area which you will find to be very nice. The seat itself is quite nice, the cushioning is good, and the seat, even the under thigh support, well, that is quite nice. But that is also an area where you realize that that's one of the slight drawbacks for the 5 Series. Now I say a slight drawback not because there's some flaw with the seat or the space. If you're even looking to be chauffeur driven, the 5 Series fits the bill. The problem though is its competitor, key competitor, the E-Class or even the A6, the rear seat is much more comfortable. The rear seat experience is much better, especially the E-Class comes in long wheelbase version, and that's why it offers so much more space at the rear. And the 5 Series, well, this is a standard wheelbase version. It's not the long wheelbase version in India yet. So yes, not as good as the E-Class as far as the rear seat experience is concerned, but beyond that, it is absolutely spot on and offers a great, comfortable and a modern and a luxurious experience. And now on to the most interesting part about any BMW, and that's the driving dynamics. Well, in terms of powertrain, not much of a change. So you still get a 2-liter petrol engine with 252 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque. Well, that's the one that we are driving right now. It's the 530i, but you can also go in for a 2-liter diesel engine or a 3-liter diesel engine in the 530d. But coming back to the 530i, well, 252 horsepower and it's quick off the line. It's really quick, especially because it's got this great 8-speed ZF automatic transmission. It's not a dual clutch transmission, but you never feel that it's a drawback not having a dual clutch transmission. The transmission is so quick, be it any kind of situation, the transmission is quick to react, and that means you get a very engaging drive. Acceleration is impressive, and as per our tests, you can go from a standstill to the ton in about 6.8 seconds. So that's very quick for a car that weighs around 1.7 tons. Also, the steering again is quite nice and you get a good amount of feedback. Again, from the pedals as well, you get a decent amount of feedback. So all in all, an engaging car to drive. At the same time, while it is fast and powerful, it is also very refined and smooth. So that means this is a car that you can use as a daily drive. You can be chauffeur driven, and at the same time, when you want to go ahead and have some fun from behind the wheel, well, this car fits all of those roles very strongly. So yes, while we've established that the 5 Series is a fast car and it's engaging to drive, there is one area for improvement in this car, and that's the exhaust. The exhaust sound just doesn't match the speed of this vehicle. It is very muted, and a sportier exhaust could make a world of difference to the kind of engagement and fun you can have with this car. Talking about ride and handling, well, ride quality on the 5 Series is spot on. It's a bit inclined towards the firmer side at low speeds, but not to the extent that you would feel uncomfortable. And again, if you are looking at going around corners fast, well, that is an area that the 5 Series is very happy to deliver on. I mean, despite its length and the weight, the 5 Series doesn't mind going around a series of corners at a fast pace. There is a bit of a body roll even when you engage sport mode, but then again, it just grips on to the line that you intend or you want it to, and it just takes you through the corner, and that makes it a very engaging and a rewarding car to drive fast. Now talking about pricing, well, the new 5 Series is priced between 62.9 to 71.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom. This one, the 530 IAM Sport, is priced at 62.9 lakh rupees. So for about, say, 63 lakh rupees ex-showroom, I think the new 5 Series is a great car. It's loaded with features. It's got a fabulous cabin. It looks sharper than ever before, and it continues to be an absolute gem of a machine to drive. It is comfortable. So yeah, I mean, it does pretty much all that you can expect from a great car. It is close to being the perfect car. That is how good the new 5 Series is. And the story of the 5 Series is so great. It started out in 1972, and about 50 years later, even till date, the 5 Series is bloody damn good. One can argue that you can buy the 3 Series long wheelbase or the 6 Series on either side, because the car is basically flanked by both of them in a similar price bracket. But the pure character that the 5 Series has, like I said, about 50 years of rich history, and this car, it still holds true to the DNA that was in the original 5 Series, and that's what makes the 5 Series so special. If you like this video, then please share it and do subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to press that little bell icon, because that is what's going to allow us to keep you updated about all our forthcoming videos.